Hey, it's Meatball.
And Mark.
And this is the Rocker Morning Show on demand from 107.7 RKR.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frakehouse.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm so happy it's the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend full of lots of fun and debauchery and good times. Hopefully a little drier than what we're at right now. It has literally been raining all night.
Yeah.
And heavy rain, too. Because, like, I woke up a couple of times just, you know, because I wake up a couple of times in the middle of the night. And, I could hear the rain very audibly outside of my window all night.
It's not too bad because I was getting stuck in my driveway because of the snow. So
right.
I'm fine.
I think this is the first time I drove into work full speed in like 2 weeks.
I know, right?
Jennings Drive looks great. It doesn't feel like I'm off-roading coming down here to get to work every day. So that's pretty cool. So, an interesting thing happened the other day. You called me, on the day I was out sick, and I can't believe in almost 2 years of working with you, you've not heard my voicemail yet.
Right.
So I get a voicemail from you and it says, "Who is that on your greeting?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then I asked you, I think it was yesterday we were talking about this. And I played it back. I got to tell you, I haven't listened to my voicemail greeting. I can't tell you when I recorded that or how, like, I have no idea when the last time I listened to it ever was.
Right.
Do you know what yours says?
You know what? I may just have the automated one.
Okay.
I may just have I don't think there's like a personal one there.
I think I've called you and left messages. I think you're right. I think it is the automated one.
Yeah, but it's hilarious because I called yours and it's like, "Hey, this is Meatball," and I was like, "You sound like you're 20."
Well, it also sounds like I'm recording it on a tin can and string.
Yeah.
Like it's awful. So I'm going to play it here. I'm going to try and do my best to redact my real name here, but I don't know if this is going to come over the mic or not, but let's try this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not working. Not working.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. We're going to get this. I'm going to try one more time.
Okay.
We'll try one more time.
Okay. Here we go. See if this works. Technology, folks. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
No, it's not working. Dang it.
Oh, man.
On speaker. All right.
You're going to have to record that and pull it in.
Yeah. Anyway, it sounds like I'm 7.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, I don't know if I'm listening to that. I'm trying to figure out when I would have recorded that.
How long have you had that phone?
Well, it's not even the phone. Like, I've only had this phone 2 years. I didn't change my greeting. And that's the thing is, like, it'll carry over, like, for...
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember when I would have set that up, because I've been on this phone company, oh, my gosh, since I graduated college.
See, we're like 22.
That oh, my God. That greeting might easily be, let's see, that would have been 2009. It might be 15 years old,
Good
man.
Lord. They're not going to think it's the same person. Like, that's not him.
Well, like, why is there a child recording this message for Meatball?
7 RKR. It's a Rocker Morning Show with Mark Frakehouse.
And Meatball.
Been telling you, we need to get you up to Traverse City. Yep. And now we really need to. They made the top 5 for the small town food scenes.
Hey.
That was according to the USA Today's Reader's Choice, which is kind of crazy because, like, out of all the different places in the country, they ended up landing in the top 5. They actually made number 4.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But, they got, there's a lot of dining options up there. And there's a lot of, like, local sourcing up there, too. Because, great farmland. Obviously, all the vineyards that are up there. There's, like, there are hop farms as well. A lot of great stuff up there, man. Really got to get you up there.
Yeah, I know, the scene obviously with the cherry farms, and the cider mills and stuff up there. Obviously, during the fall, you can go through the tunnel of trees up through that area. Yeah. I mean, it seems like possibly one of the most beautiful parts of Michigan if you can get there at the right times of the year.
And even in the winter, it's like super pretty up there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's definitely a resort town. Most of the visitors come during the summer. Of course, they got the Cherry Festival up there, so that's always crazy up there at around that time. But congratulations to them. I can definitely vouch because North Peak Brewery is up there. North Peak is great beer. And then they've also got the Traverse City Whiskey Company up there.
There's a couple.
That's another.
There's a couple wineries up there too that were at Wine Not last year. In fact, I was pouring. God, what winery was that? I'm just gonna have to try them all again on February 17th to see what it is. But I was pouring one of their wines. I was like, man, this is phenomenal stuff. So I know they've got really good wineries up there as well.
Was it the Chateau Chantel?
It doesn't sound familiar.
Left Foot Charlie, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I remember like looking them up, and there was a barn. But that, I mean, most of them have barns.
What? What's that one show? The Curse of Oak Island.
Okay, yeah.
The main guy in that show owns the winery up there.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's up there quite regularly.
All right. So make friends with him. That's
well, let's wait till he actually finds the treasure.
That's okay.
And then best friends.
It's time to turn up your dials and tune out the traffic because we're playing the Daily 5 on the Rocker Morning Show. Testing the mental magnitude of your favorite morning monkeys on the radio. And now, your hosts for the Daily 5, Meatball and Mark Frank House.
It is the Daily 5 where Mark and I ask each other questions. The other one answers. Today, Mark is asking the questions. I am answering. A lot on the line today. Winner gets the point for the week. And I got some help today from Melissa. Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
Good morning. Great. Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday. You have the chance to get Meatball the victory for the week here on the Daily 5. If you can help him get 3 out of 5 questions correct, he will get the W. If not, I will take the victory.
Let's do this, Melissa. I feel good about it.
Geography is question number 1.
Okay.
How many state capitals have at least one McDonald's? Is it 40, 49, or all 50 states?
What cities don't have McDonald's anymore?
Right. I mean, I know towns of like 800 people that have a McDonald's and $2 Generals.
Everywhere.
The only states I'm thinking, just because of like how far away they are from everything, might be like, in Alaska or Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, those are still major cities with tourism as well. They've got to have a McDonald's there. I'm kind of leaning on all 50, Melissa.
I think all 50.
I gotta check my brain here. Okay, yeah, let's go all 50. Final answer. 49?
49.
Who doesn't have one?
Montpelier, Vermont.
Oh, God.
Does not have a McDonald's. Only one state capital.
Well, I forgot Vermont was a state, so, okay.
Ouch. Okay, look at the bounce back here. You got a good partner, Meatball. History, question number 2. When laying the cornerstone for the White House, George Washington placed on top of the stone oil, wine, and what? Was it wheat, corn, or tea leaves?
The tea leaves is funny because of my question the other day. Oil, wine, and then either wheat or what were the other?
Wheat, corn, or tea leaves.
Corn makes sense because, corn was something they didn't discover until it was over here. So, like, corn is very, very, very American.
And the tea leaves make sense because, the Boston Tea Party and the start of the Revolution. So.
Right. Oil, wine. I'm trying to think of, like, what other significance there would be to any of those. Like, wheat and corn, significant U.S. crops, obviously tea.
Gotta get an answer.
What do you think, Melissa?
I'm going with tea.
You're going with tea? All right, I'm going to go with Melissa and say tea. Final answer. Oh, no.
Was corn.
Dang it.
Yeah, man. It was corn. Yeah, they, I believe he spread some kind of paste. It may have been like concrete over the top of it. But yeah, they, to signify the beginnings of the White House. So
you just imagine like years down the line and corn plants just start popping up out of the corner of the White House. Like, what is that? It's George Washington.
Sports, category number 3. Need to run the table here. Which of these was not an original option to be the Detroit Lions team colors? Was it red and white, orange and black, or green and gray? Red and white, orange and black, green and gray. 2 of these
I love my Lions, but I don't know that history.
I want to say orange and black was from the old, they were acquired from Ohio. I think they were the old triangles, right? I think that's right.
Spartans.
Okay. I think those are the old colors. So we're looking for colors not considered?
Yeah, they were not, yes, you're looking for the colors that were not considered. Red and white, orange and black, green and gray.
Oh.
Looking for an answer.
Green and gray kind of sticks out because you wouldn't want to pick the same color as the Packers.
Well, they're green and yellow.
Still, green's in there.
I think green and gray. But I haven't been right so far, so beware.
No, I like all of those other ones make sense. Green and gray doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm feeling green and gray. Final answer. Okay,
you saved the day there with that one. Yes, green and gray were not options.
You don't want to pick a Packers color at all.
No.
All right, food. Question number 4.
All right.
There are approximately how many different known shapes of pasta?
Oh.
Is it 95, 180, or 350?
Holy cow.
I mean, you can literally shape it into anything. And then whatever you shape it into, you just make it shorter or longer, and it's a different type of pasta.
Yeah, how many packaged known shapes are there of pasta?
Give me the numbers again. 95. Too low.
180, 350.
180 is a good round number, but oof. What are you thinking, Melissa?
In the alphabet soup pasta, there's 27 alone, right?
There's 26 alone in alphabet pasta. That's funny.
That is really damn funny, Melissa. That is the...
So there's 26 of them at least.
Gotta get an answer.
I'm kind of feeling... You're feeling the 300?
I haven't, again, have a great record, but for some reason 300 just feels right.
180 or 350?
I'm feeling, 350 feels like so many. If you're talking just like packaged stuff you find in the store, I feel like 180 is probably the good round number, Melissa.
There you go.
Okay, let's go 180 final answer. Oh, no.
350.
No! Dang it! Oh, Melissa, I'm so sorry. I should have listened to you.
It was 350. 26 of them from the alphabet game. Melissa, yeah, you know what? You deserve 24 donuts for that comment. You got some Sweetwater's donuts. Congratulations, Melissa. Oh my God.
Thanks so much, guys. This has been so fun.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a great weekend and go Lions.
Go Lions. Thank you.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
So the viral Stanley Cups that have been going around, not the NHL trophy, those basically adult sippy cups that everyone's freaking out over. I have not seen a single one in stores, period.
Yeah.
Have you?
I don't even look for them.
I've not really been paying attention, but I walk down like those bottle aisles every once in a while. I don't understand the hype behind them. I didn't understand it when it was Yeti. Right. I didn't understand it when it was it's a water bottle that you put your tea and stuff in. Like, I don't understand the big deal. But they are a big deal, to the point that some woman, I believe this is in California, got caught trying to steal $2,600 worth of them in her car. She got pulled over and literally, like, the photos are hilarious because they open her side doors, her trunk, everything, and they're just spilling out of every nook and cranny of that car.
Idiot.
Ridiculous. Like, people are getting in fights. They're getting arrested for this thing. And it's a cup. It's a cup that could also potentially kill you.
Apparently.
It came out this week. NBC News was doing an article on it, and some woman apparently, she does like testing for hard metals and things in all of her products. You know, she's just one of those extra cautious people.
Yeah.
She happened to test the bottom of her Stanley Cup and found a presence of lead.
Oh, no.
In the cup. And she was like, what is this?
That's not good.
So, a little more research, a little more checking on some other people. Sure enough, every single Stanley Cup out there, except the NHL one, contains at least a small amount of lead in it.
That's awful.
Now, can you get very sick and exposed to this lead in the Stanley Cup? It is highly unlikely, because the only way you can get access to the lead in the cup is if the bottom comes off of your Stanley Cup. And those are pretty solid. Like, they're meant to be beaten up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But if the bottom does fall off, you'll notice inside the vacuum seal part on the inside, there's a little pellet in the bottom of the vacuum seal part. That pellet is a lead pellet. And it is in every single one of those Stanley Cups.
Why is there a lead pellet in Stanley Cups?
That's just what they used in the process. It was a very long, complicated thing. But basically, Stanley said this is the process we use to seal the vacuum seal insulation of the cup. I don't know why lead is the specific hard metal they have to use.
Yeah. That makes no sense.
Like, why can't you just use hot glue? Because does that not or just weld it shut? I don't know.
Not good enough for you? Not deadly enough, I guess?
But like, why is that what they use? But as far as I know, I actually don't know about the other cups. Like, I don't think Arctic or Yeti uses lead pellets.
No, I don't think so.
So why Stanley? Why is Stanley using lead pellets to seal their cups?
Another reason that I won't be getting one of those damn cups.
Right. And then you think about that and it's like, oh, it's just a small trace amount, right? But then you think of the woman who stole $2,600 worth of these and you're like, oh no. Her children are going to have some developmental issues in the near future.
Heavy.
Oh, no.
The Rocker Morning Show.
An amazing amount of really talented young kids.
Always honoring the gods of rock and roll.
Guitar virtuoso, you might know him from a short stint with Deep Purple. Joe Satriani, how are you, man?
Keeping rock and roll alive in Southwest Michigan.
While I was playing in local band in the Bay Area, what I saw was the beginning of what was going to change the world, which was thrash metal.
Kalamazoo's rock station, 107.7 RKR.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with me, Paul.
And Mark Frankhouse.
So, me being new to Michigan still, I mean, we're coming up on 2 years now, so I should be relatively familiar with a lot more. But I mean, it's a big state.
You got your Michigander quiz coming up here soon.
I do. It's coming up, right after Easter, because it'll be 2 years in Easter. So, all right, I gotta start studying. Well, hopefully you asked me a bunch of questions about Lake Michigan, because I fell down a rabbit hole the other day on Wikipedia, as I normally do.
Cool.
And I learned some cool stuff about Lake Michigan. I want to know if you know some of this stuff.
Ooh.
Do you know how water gets in and out of Lake Michigan?
How it gets in and out of Lake Michigan.
Because, it flows through all 5 Great Lakes, before it goes out to the Atlantic.
In and out. I wonder if it is through, I'm not really 100% sure on that.
So there is only one major inlet and outlet for all of Lake Michigan, and it's one spot. It's the Mackinac Straits.
Huh.
Because the water actually flows from Superior into Huron, and then it goes from Huron to Lake Michigan.
Gotcha.
And then back out the same hole, essentially, into Lake Huron, and then it goes down to, St. Clair, Erie, Ontario from there. You could technically count like the Illinois River, that goes through Chicago as an outlet, but it's in comparison to like the Mackinac Straits, very, very small. It's why people often try to consider Lake Michigan and Huron one lake, because they're the only two that are at the same exact level. They're at the same altitude and everything. There's no drop off or anything yet.
I was going to say there really is no difference between them.
No. Do you know, as far as like rank in size, where Lake Michigan is compared to the rest of the Great Lakes?
I think it's, if I'm not mistaken,
kind of a trick question.
Well, like in its size?
Yeah. So let's go with area. As far as like area, surface area.
Oh, I think it's the third.
Yes.
Behind Huron and Superior.
Correct. How about volume?
Volume second.
Yes. Correct. Unless you count Huron as part of it, then it is first.
Right. Gimongular.
Right. It's very huge. Now, here's the interesting thing. Because Lake Michigan holds, the second most amount of water in all of the Great Lakes, there's only one inlet and outlet for the most part for that water. How long do you think it takes for the water to completely regenerate, change out in Lake Michigan?
Oh, that's got to take years.
On average.
On average? Man.
I'll give you some perspective. Lake Superior, which has pretty much direct flow straight out of it into Lake Huron, there's a lot of water there too. 131 years for all of Lake Superior to completely replace the water.
Yeah, I was going to say at least 100 years.
The average time it takes for all the water to have moved through and replaced in Lake Michigan is 99 years.
Jeez.
So very likely we will never see a full recycle of water in either Lake Superior or Lake Michigan.
Right. I gotta live. I gotta live to see this and go up there when I'm 100 and go,
I did it.
Bye. Bye.
I did it.
And Lake Michigan will be like, yeah, bye to you too.
Lake Michigan also has the Lake Michigan Triangle, which I feel like is more mysterious than the actual Bermuda Triangle too.
Right.
Because weird stuff still happens in the Michigan Triangle. I haven't heard about the Bermuda Triangle since I was a kid. Like seriously, when was the last time you heard anything about the Bermuda Triangle?
Well, there was that special where that diver found part of the space shuttle.
Was that in the Triangle? Was that in the Bermuda Triangle?
That was for the Bermuda Triangle show.
Oh, okay.
They were shooting.
But okay. But how many aliens have they seen over the Bermuda Triangle? Huh?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah. How many have they seen over the Lake Michigan Triangle?
Quite a few.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's that much stranger. I really just wanted an excuse to play the X-Files, man. I've been watching X-Files on streaming networks, and I'm just like, I got to find a way to get this in. Read more on Lake Michigan on the Rocker app, WRKR.com. Maybe y'all know this stuff already. I don't know. I'm learning. I'm studying for my test. That's what's happening. Somebody stop shaking Axel. It's not good. Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with me, Paul.
And Mark Frankhouse.
Well, obviously, Sunday is a big day for Lions fans. Give me the RAAWWRRRR.
RAAWWRRRR.
There we go. All right. The NFC Championship is happening out in San Francisco. And what's interesting is the last time the Lions won 2 postseason games was in 1957 when they went to go play the San Francisco 49ers.
Interesting.
And beat them and went on to the NFL Championship, which I think they played the Browns and won that year. That was the last championship they won. Was 1957? Is that right? Yeah.
Believe so.
So stars seem to be aligning at least. We don't want to put the cart before the horse here or anything like that. But it is a big deal. It's a massive deal. More than 30 years since the Lions have even won a postseason game. So that's huge already. People are taking notice, and not just like fans, but also their employers and some other businesses. Some cool stuff happening around the Detroit area. First of all, the GM plant in Flint is going to be delaying their third shift on Sunday night by an hour so that employees can catch the game and get to work on time.
That's awesome.
So I don't know when third shift starts, probably like midnight or something. So they're delaying it an hour so that, they can watch the whole game gets over, and then they come home to work, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And the UAW, the guy from the union there was talking. He was like, I'm sure we probably jumped the gun, because I think they announced that on Wednesday. He goes, we probably jumped the gun on this and doing it Wednesday, but I would hope that other people do it too, which it sounds like other businesses around Detroit, in that area and across Michigan too, are just like, listen, if you got to come in late Monday morning,
right,
we're not going to fault you for it, because this is literally a once in a lifetime event, it seems, with the Lions. And it is big enough that Delta Airlines, who their second largest hub is actually in Detroit. I didn't know this. First one's in Atlanta. Second biggest hub is in Detroit. Mm-hmm. They are providing extra flights out to San Francisco and bringing in larger planes to accommodate more Lions fans to get out to San Francisco.
That's really cool of them.
And Delta is not, they're an Atlanta company, so they don't, they just happen to have a lot of planes and a big hub here, which is very, very cool. Now, maybe the coolest news of all this week, though, Mark, is who is supporting the Lions. Obviously, there's a lot of celebrities. Everyone talks about Eminem, Bob Seger, everybody who's been on the sideline. Mm-hmm. Metallica has thrown their support behind the Lions. They've been a big supporter of Dan Campbell all season. When they played Ford Field, they were just like, man, we wish you were here for the show, that kind of thing. What's interesting, though, is Metallica is a band that was formed in San Francisco. They're going against their hometown team.
Man.
And backing the Lions, man.
What did the Niners ever do,
I mean, they won some back in, the 80s, I think?
Yeah, but what did they do to Metallica?
I don't know, man. They're just a big fan of Detroit, of Dan Campbell specifically, because what was it? The Detroit Lions Instagram posted a photo of Aiden Hutchinson, and it was like lyrics to No Leaf Clover.
Okay.
And Metallica commented in the comment section. There was like, "In Dan we trust." #OnePride.
Oh my gosh!
Metallica is bucking tradition, going against their hometown team. They're picking the Lions.
That's unreal.
That's crazy. That's awesome. One of the best, biggest metal bands on the planet, the only recording artist to ever perform on all 7 continents, is throwing their weight behind the Lions.
Now I can start going, "Rawr, yeah."
Kalamazoo's Rock, Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
Hey, I'm Mark Frankhouse.
And welcome back to the studio, Chris from BC Pizza. What's up?
What's going on, family?
I see you brought some guests today, too.
Oh, I brought my foxy lady, Miss April Turner, with me today.
Good morning,
Turner.
April.
Good. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well.
Awesome. Well, what do you got coming up this week, ma'am?
So coming up this week, outside of embarrassing my wife on radio, which was an early surprise, we've got our 50% off on medium, large, and extra large pizzas on Tuesday between 4 and 7. You can order them online or give us a call. We'd love to serve you.
Awesome. That's BC Pizza of Kalamazoo. It's over there on West Main. And we're excited to be partnering with you guys, obviously, for Workplace of the Week. We've been just kind of giving back to a lot of the workplaces who support us and BC Pizza in Kalamazoo. So we are throwing you guys a pizza party, and it's very simple. If you want to get signed up for Workplace of the Week, it's up there on the 107.7 RKR app, that pizza button, or Workplace of the Week tab at WRKR.com. But Chris, it's time we got to announce a Workplace of the Week winner. Let everybody know who our Workplace of the Week is.
Workplace of the Week winner is Danny Lair.
Oh, man.
With Ink Station Tattoo and Piercing in Battle Creek.
All right.
Hey. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, I hit the laugh button. I swear somebody's moving my buttons around here.
That's over there on Columbia, Ink Station Tattoo and Piercing. Danny got signed up, so congratulations, Ink Station Tattoo and Piercing in Battle Creek. You are our Workplace of the Week. So if you're listening, hit us up at 978-1077 so we can put your order together. We're going to deliver you some pies. And I know you were working on a new one, the Nutella pizza.
Oh, the Nutella pizza has been a hit.
Nice.
It is not online to order, but if you call in or stop in, I'd be happy to make it for you personally.
Tell you what, we got a big game coming up on Sunday. So if you guys need some pies for the game, this would be the perfect time to reach out and get your orders together. Get yourself prepared and gathered so you're ready for the gathering on Sunday.
Chris, I know you like to kind of experiment and try some different pizza types. Do you have anything that would work for like a Lions thing, like a blue ingredient of some kind? I don't know.
A blue ingredient.
I don't know.
Generally, that's frowned on in the pizza business. But what I can say, what always works for Lions is meat. Our carnivore feast would be a very strong pizza.
Can confirm
for this. And then if you wanted to go a little extra special, have it in our deep dish square pan. And that is a solid choice for a Detroit Lions game.
Detroit style meat pizza. I'm down with that.
All right.
Yeah, solid. Yeah.
All right. We need to stop talking about food right now.
Well, we're going to be talking about beer here in just a little bit. Jake from Residential, I think I just saw him roll up on the parking lot. So we got that going on. Congratulations, Danny Lair, Ink Station Tattoo Piercing in Battle Creek. You are our Workplace of the Week. First beer of the weekend coming up next on The Rocker.
Set the needle and crank the knob. It's Mark Frankhouse, and I've got another crucial addition to your record collection. It's Vinyl and 45 on the rocker. On this day in 1955, guitar god Eddie Van Halen was born, so we reflect on Van Halen's debut album from 1978, featuring Running with the Devil, Eruption, and You Really Got Me. In fact, his guitar solo in Eruption was voted number 2 on the Guitar World magazine's readers poll of 100 greatest guitar solos of all time, and the album sold 10 million copies in the U.S., receiving a diamond certification from the RAAWWRRRR, and it remains one of the best-selling albums of all time in the country. Make sure this album is in your record collection. This has been Vinyl and 45 on 107.7 RKR.
I would like to take this opportunity to express my fondness for a beer.
Good morning, my fellow Americans. It's Friday.
It's time to crack the first beer of the weekend with the Rocker Morning Show and Presidential Brewing Company
on 107.7 RKR.
The Rocker.
Yay! It is our favorite day of the week. Friday, there it is. Oh, it's the best sound in the world. Cracking a beer before 10 a.m.
With Presidential Brewing Company.
That's right.
It's
Jake,
a party in here.
Yeah, it is. We literally a party because Teresa, our perennial person in the peanut gallery, she just had her birthday yesterday. So happy birthday! All right, welcome back into the studio. Jake from Presidential. What's up, man?
Good
Beautiful.
to be here, guys.
Yes.
I'm so excited to bring you guys yet another new beer. Before I get into talking about this one, I wanted to tell you last week we brought in I'm Not a Crookie.
Yes.
And that beer actually ended up taking a place in a competition I didn't even know we were playing in. And yeah, during Kalamazoo Craft Beverage Week, they received fan votes, so we ended up taking third place with that beer.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, congratulations, man.
But today, I brought with us another release that we put out last week. This one is called Pale to the Chief, and this has a fun story to it.
Pale to the Chief?
Pale to the
Pale
Chief.
to the Chief. So this is a pale ale. And this particular beer is made with some typical Michigan hops, Cascade and Centennial. So you're going to get a tropical kind of aroma out of this one. It's got some hop bite, but not necessarily quite the bitterness of an IPA. So it's a little bit less bitey than that. But this beer, what's fun about a thing that we do every year is called the primary election, and we actually take 3 different recipes, we brew all of them, and then we put these beers up for a vote, and we actually have the public come in. They get a flight of the 3 beers, and they get a voting token. And they vote for which one their favorite is, and the winning beer becomes the recipe that we put on tap and makes it into the rotation. So
Fantastic.
This is actually, if you don't like it, it's your fault. This is the beer that everybody voted for. So, so cheers to that.
This one's great.
Fantastic. Yeah, this is wonderful.
Yeah, this is super smooth. I see what you're saying. Very tropical, but it doesn't if you're not a fan of the bite of an IPA, it's perfect.
You know, it reminds me, like, if you were going to compare it to, like, a domestic out there, like, if you've ever had, like, a big wave type of beer, that's the initial, like, kind of smell that you get from it.
Sure.
But then the taste is definitely unique in its own, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is a cool style, and this is another one that a lot of people get to Presidential and they look at the board and everything is 6-7% ABV. This one is not quite as stanky as that. This one comes in at 5.2, so you can actually have a couple of them and still drive.
So that's good. That's good because I'm going to be out and about this weekend. So, you know, good stuff. So we want to ask how everything went last weekend because you had Tricky Dick's beach party. How it was warm in there.
It was warm. And then I actually ended up playing music on Friday night too. And I tend to sweat when I'm on the stage anyways. So that made for a real awkward night.
So next year you got to add the tropical breeze somehow in there.
Yeah, no kidding. Little fan up there. No, it was a great week. We had such a good time doing Kalamazoo Craft Beverage Week. It's one of our favorite weeks in January each year. And we were just so excited to see so many people show up. The event of the week, though, man, the thing that blew my mind, we had a beer and jerky pairing on Saturday.
Whoa!
And we partnered with Stubby's Jerky down in Vicksburg, and they brought some amazing beef jerky. We put it up together, and we were just crazy busy. It was a lot of fun.
That's great.
That's
it was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I love to hear that.
Oh, man, that's good. Well, we have a game this weekend, and I feel like we kind of need to go around the horn because, like, the Lions are playing for something kind of important, right? Is that right?
Heavily.
I've heard of those guys.
Yeah. Is anyone in this room going for the 49ers at all? No. Okay, Chris started to raise his hand. I was a little worried for a second there. It was a thumbs down. We're about to jump over this table. No, I think we're all in unanimous that we're going for the Lions, and I think a nice beer from Presidential will go down smooth watching the game.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, and we're actually going to be watching the game at the brewery on Sunday night, so it's going to be even more fun.
Well, that's convenient.
We're going to give you guys a leg up right now. In fact, caller number 7, 978-1077. Let's hook you up with a $20 gift certificate to Presidential Brewing Company so you guys can enjoy the game out there, grab some grub, and cheer on the Lions as they go all the way.
And then, as always, are you giving a discount for the first pour?
That's right. Today only. Come in and get 50% off your first draft pour of Pale to the Chief.
All right. 978-1077. Caller number 7 getting that $20 gift certificate to Presidential Brewing. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Go Lions.